Young jock arrested for child abandonment in Georgia. Rapper reveals he wanted to decrease $5K a month child support payment. Call Allah Yahweh Bashmi Shai Wahara Kakwadash, double honors to the Holy Elect Elder Apostle Slave to be saved. Lord willing, starting with those at the GMS Church. Shalom to the rest that may be out here under this same doctrine. Onward to the men here at this faction of the Holy Elect, assembly. Okay, teaching and in order, giving all diligence, and to the, onward to the rest of the Akim doing likewise. Okay, and to the rest of you believers in on this faith as well, you women and children of the Israelite race, women and children and men of the Israelite race, and on this faith of Yahweh Shemel Shai Shalom. So this is another key, to the kingdom of heaven, man. And that's what taking out these women that has completely trusted in this system and been used as a pawn to destroy the serpent's number one nemesis, his arch rival, and that's, the sons of Adam, man. Okay, these so-called women, Eve, these so-called black women, Israelite women, include you so-called Latino and Native American Indian women, obviously, as well. You Eves, you've been used as a pawn to literally oppress and destroy and bring death to the sons of Adam. And we know that's what we on our way back to, which is what? The garden, okay? Which is why this truth is going on. This is why the Lord is pushing the fear of the Lord, because it's gonna bring that garden, bring us back into that garden, okay? Let me get that. Sirach chapter 40, verse 27. The fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden, and covereth him above all glory. So yeah, for us to get back to that garden state, the Lord is having, the fear of the Lord being pushed right now, okay? And this is how the sons of Adam, including Eve, is going to return back to that truly state. But this, in order for that to be the case, for it to be a beautiful, garden where we're not harmed anymore, you got to get rid of the serpents out of it. You got to get rid of the tares out of it. You got to get rid of anything that offends. Let me grab that. Matthew 13:41. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom. Yeah, and that Son of Man is Adam. You go into the word Adam, it goes into man. Okay, Adam. And Yahweh Shai was Adam. So Yahweh Shai got a real big bone to pick with you women, man. You so-called black women, because you was Eve. You the reason why he had to be put on that cross, because you wanted to be out of order. But anyway, it says he shall send forth his angels. This is going to happen. And they shall gather out of his kingdom, hence the garden, all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into. So there it is. You got to get those things out. And these things is dealing with people. Okay. And that's exactly, these very things are found right now. So it says how, in righteousness, the kingdom shall be established. And these things that, the sons of Adam are dealing with, they're not righteous, man. Young jock arrested for child abandonment in Georgia. Rapper reveals he wanted to decrease a $5K a month child support payment. This was crazy. He got locked up behind this, man. And this ain't to give, some pass or support for these celebrities. This is just using someone that has, like I said, one of the Israelites that have been, it's basically made an example of the pact made between Eve and the serpent. You know what I'm saying? The pawn, a real time example of what went down in the garden to get Adam out of his, fruitful estate, by the serpent, who's a so-called white man today, taking his own woman, through his philosophies and things that he subjected her mind to, you know, to just to ultimately, you know, overthrow how she looks at him and even her own welfare, you know, by ultimately getting her to lock into that, and, you know, and basically destroying him, you know. So when you come back here, that's what I said, you know, in order for us to get back to that state, the Lord has to get rid of all things that offend, man. You know, I'm going to start at 37, Matthew 13 and 37. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. So you got Jakes, who could be tares. Basically, it's not somebody that could be around for when the kingdom, the first fruits of the kingdom, when the kingdom is instituted, you know, when Yahweh shall come back. Once again, let me grab that real quick. Proverbs 25 and 5, take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. So this is the process of getting us back in that garden-like state, getting the kingdom. Once again, a key to the kingdom. That's what taking away the wicked from before Yahweh Shai. You know, that's why Yahweh Shai gonna approach that man saying, you know, it's from the women to the man as well. You know, who will be, they could be Israelites as well, but they'll be considered a tear. You know what I'm saying? They're not any good. You know, so that's why it's written how in Matthew 13 or 22, he's gonna, you know, that, you know, ask that man that maybe an Israelite man, you know, that is an Israelite man, how did he come in here, you know, having not a wedding garment on, man? You know, so he in here offended. They ain't the dress code. So once again, that just further backs the point, man. You know, this is a key to the kingdom, getting rid of all things that offend and can stop fruitfulness, you know, from only being, man. You know, a woman that want to stop the order, that wants to, you know, the Roe v. Wade crap, you know, all of that. That's anti-fruitfulness, you know. But anyway, back in Matthew 13, 38 and 38, the field is the world, this world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, which is the Israelites that repented of the elect, starting with the 144,000. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. So you're going to have pretty much Israelites that, you know, they gonna get the kingdom too, but which they can get the kingdom too and will ultimately get it, but they won't be able to get it this go round, man. You know, because they would be in an offensive like state because they was taught by the devil. They taking up his ways. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord can't have them around because they'll stop the kingdom from prospering, the garden from growing. You know, men from only growing and growing and growing. You know, everything that these damn so-called women stand for is to stop the man from growing. A woman thinking a man can only have her, that's bullshit, man. I just gotta say it like it is. Salaki for the language. You know, that just don't make no sense. Just starting there. You know? We supposed to be building these states. But your way, as the Lord say, you know, is going through you, and how you do things is gonna bring death. You know, our population is you killing the population with that mindset. But who gave you that mindset? The serpent. Anyway, it says, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares, these people will be tares. Whether they, you know, in the truth, and they may not actually be Israelites because they go back to Edomites or, you know, heathen nations, or they just non-useful, unprofitable servants. They non-useful Israelites. They tares. They're gonna be gathered, man. And a lot of you women are tares, you know. It says, and burned in the fire. So shall it be in the end of this world. Because at the end of this world, reason why that's happening is because the garden coming back. The Garden of Eden coming back. The kingdom coming back. You know what I'm saying? The Israelite reign is coming back. And in order for that garden, us men, the sons of Adam, to be put back in that garden-like state, dwelling, you got to get rid of all things that offend. And that's found in this world. So the end of this world is not the end of the earth, but the end of when things is that can offend us is offending. The things that can offend us are around. The Lord will get rid of them, because it's all through empowered by this world. You know, the so-called white man's world, Esau's world. You're gonna find that in Jacob's world. This is what goes on in Esau's world. You know, basically moments and events and actions that's anti-Israelite, man, anti-Jake, anti-son of Adam, anti, you know, so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian man. You know, look how you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just read this article. Child abandonment in Georgia. Rapper reveals he wanted to decrease $5K a month child support payment. Young Jock posted. This came out a day ago, you know, from when I did this, from the time I'm doing this lesson, okay? It says, in this spiritual, Big Noah. This is by Big Noah 256. And that's, Noah's a remnant, you know? Young Jock posted $1,300 bail after being arrested for child endangerment in Gwinnett County, Georgia, and he later revealed that a child support issue with one of his quote-unquote so-called baby mothers spurred the arrest. Okay, so I'm gonna jump down to the point. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start. Young Jock explains child abandonment arrest. Young Jock explains child abandonment arrest. The Streets 9.45 radio host explained the situation on air Monday and said that one of his children's mothers was upset that he wanted to reduce his child support payments to her to pay for his forthcoming wedding. So not stop paying, but reduce to pay, and just, you know, to try to, you know, pay for one of his forthcoming weddings, right? This is a quote from him. In my case, quote unquote, this from Young Jock. It says, in my case, I've been paying so much, in brackets, child support, money up ahead to stay ahead, because I didn't want no smoke. Quote, you know, quote off quote, said Jock during the Streets morning takeover, quote unquote, from Jock. It says, I gotta take my time and put my finances toward my wedding, but I had so many expenses towards that child, just one child, one, you know, Israelite son or daughter, right? Added Jock, while noting that he wanted to meet with lawyers to renegotiate the payments. This is a quote from him. The mother got mad and said, no, you're supposed to be paying me this. You see? Added Jock, while noting that he was paying the woman, who he would not name, a quote unquote salary of $5,000 a month. What is she gonna do with $5,000 a month? $5,000 a month. And if he's been paying you that, you got a lot of money put up, because I'm sure your rent ain't $5,000 a month. It don't take $5,000 a month to take care of no Israelite child, you know. So yeah, man, it's you know, it's crazy. You know, it says Jock added that the warrant has apparently been out since Christmas because he wanted to reduce the payment from $5,000 a month to $1,500 a month. He confirmed that he was unaware of the warrant and never missed a payment to the baby's mother in question. You know my character, man, said Jock on air, while noting that negotiations are still ongoing, but it's embarrassing. Yeah. So this world is an anti, you know, Jake world, man, because it's Esau's world, this AKA the serpent's world. You know, that same serpent that beguiled Eve to kill Adam and herself, you know. This is in the book of Judith, chapter 9, verse, I'm gonna start at verse 10. Smite, this is the point, but it says, smite by the deceit of my lips, the servant with the prince, and the prince with the servant. Break down their stateliness by the hand of a woman. So the scriptures is telling us a woman can be used to break down the stateliness of kings, of men, etc., man. You know, and you think Esau don't know this? He knew that when he was a serpent. See that? You know? And that's exactly what you see going on, man. This dude could have he has what on this world, on this side, in this world, on this side, what could be esteemed as an estate, could really, but the way that, the curses and the damn Eve, he being reduced to nothing. His stateliness is being brought down by a woman, man. Okay? Let's just grab this. Sirach 25 and 23 of a wicked woman abated the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Yeah. So that's a wicked woman. Whoever that woman is, he that's one of his wives. Okay. Possibly. It says a woman that will not comfort her husband and distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Yeah. And pretty much the serpent see that you woman snake-like. A lot of you women out here, you snake-like. So he know he can use you. He can set up systems that he know you're gonna, that's set up to, if acted upon, overthrow, the so-called black man, the Israelite man, including you. Why you think this place for you? How it's for you if it's destroying, your counterpart, and you might have a son, right? So the system that you're using is set up to destroy your counterpart. Hence the Israelite man, right? You will go for it because it come off like it's for you, but you got a son as well. He gonna grow up to be a man. So you just continuing to, it's destroying yourself, like completely. It's destroying you. And then without the Israelite man, you ain't even on the earth. For Adam was first formed, then the woman, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression, and that was the chosen man and woman of the earth then, which was us. Okay, so the devil see that y'all snakes, and he can get you to act upon these systems he's got set up to because they don't really care. He know we curse, you know what I'm saying, and see with your attitudes that you ain't gonna comfort him, and if you ain't gonna be a comfort to him, you're gonna be a discomfort. Like Yahushua say, all that are not with me are against me, man. Yeah, and Yahushua is an Israelite man. He's pro-Israelite man. That's why he gonna get rid of all things that offend, man. It says, in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And that's exactly what you're gonna do instead, by taking this thing up that looks like it's for you. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Yeah. That's, once again, going back to Adam and Eve. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Yeah. And that's exactly what she gets in this world. She gets liberty to gad abroad. These women running everywhere. They answering the phones everywhere. They all on your goddamn TV, married. She pretty. She got a damn wedding ring on her finger. These wicked women, man. Let me just get this. Isaiah 33 and 12. I got one more after this. It says, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. See that? O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy paths. Yeah, because you got people that probably look up the young jock and look what he being subject to. But if he was telling the world the scriptures while he was going through this, it'd probably put a lot of women in line. Because with us telling you the scriptures, it's going to come down to you hearing that this is not how things supposed to go. And what's going to happen to you people that got these things going in a way they're not supposed to go. You're going to be destroyed, man. And that's a word to you women. Rise up, you women that are at ease. And how you at ease? Because you're getting $5,000 a month for a little adolescence. $5,000 a month? You know how much money you could put up in a year if he ain't missed no payments, depending on how long he been paying that? And then you get him locked up. Verse 12, it says, childish leaders oppress my people. And these dudes be niggas too. But it's just all wickedness is but little wickedness to the wickedness of a woman. Paraphrase it, man. So you women, you more wicked than these dudes. You know, when you in your wickedness, I'll say. But these dudes wicked, so, you know, the hell with the 2/3. But this is just an example of how, you know, this is a key to the kingdom of heaven, getting rid of this crap. Childish leaders oppress my people, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, your leaders mislead you. They send you down the wrong road. So there, yeah, man. So yeah, you know, okay. Verse 13, the Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people. Yeah, because this court system, this system set up, this is set up to, you know, to put unrighteous decrees on us. How he gotta get her 5,000? Explain that. Y'all ain't got no business over his business like any damn way, man. The scriptures say, let me get it. Verse 11, 1 Timothy, it says, 1 Timothy, second chapter, in the 11th verse, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Okay, in the NLT, women should learn quietly and submissively, right, to her man. Okay, verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, which you women don't know nothing about, most of you women, and care and charity and holiness with sobriety. Let me read this in the NLT, verse 11. Women should learn quietly and submissively. I do not let women teach men or have authority over them. See, yeah, godly man. This place is not godly. Let them listen quietly. For the Most High made Adam first, and afterward he made Eve. And it was not Adam who was deceived by Satan. The woman was deceived, and sin was the result. But women will be saved through childbearing. You could be saved, assuming they continue to live in faith, love, holiness, and modesty. Okay? And the head of every man, you subject to your man. You read 1 Corinthians 11 chapter. Okay, so I don't want to keep this going. This is Isaiah 28 and 15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. Yeah, you know, you went and put your marriage through the Esau systems, you know, his paperwork. You gave your lives over to him, you know, all this prenup stuff and all this madness, man. It says, which ain't how it's supposed to go. It says, when the overscoring scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. You women think you good because, you know, you made a contract with what kills the sons of Adam in your own race. And you daughters of Eve. Okay? And you really re-killing your house all over again as Adam, you know? And your reasoning is because you think you gonna live forever, like he told her. He said, thou know, you know, you shall not surely die. So she made a covenant with death. How can death promise you life? How can death allow you to come to life? How can death help you live your life? You know, in the sense I'm talking about. How can it help you be life? Death is not pro-life. Death is pro-death, period. Verse 16, thus saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone. This is what you're supposed to build off of, which is who? Yahushua, a tried stone, right? You can trust in and establish yourself off Yahushua because he's battle tested, man. He about it. He's for us, right? A sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Okay? Yeah. You ain't gonna have nothing to worry about with him leaning upon him. It says, judgment also will I lay to the line. Okay, and uprightness, it's like in rightness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. So if you women actually lie on this system and not Yahushua is gonna show, because once it's time for this thing to be overthrown, because it's a key to heaven, to getting the kingdom of heaven, you know, it won't be here, neither will you. And that's a proof, that would be a testament you leaned on this system. Okay, but it says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled. So yeah, when it's time to start, when judgment start, when it's time for judgment to start coming down, it's gonna hit all you so-called Black, Latino, and Native American Indian women, because you were probably trusted in this system and using it to oppress yourself, you know, and the Most High Son. Okay. And at that point, your covenant with death is gonna be, it's gonna amount to nothing. You're gonna lose everything. You know, it says, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. Yeah, the eyes of man are never satisfied. Hell and destruction is never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. You supposed to be paying me this, $5,000 a month. Anyway, it says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. As the Lord say, she that is my enemy shall see it, then shame shall cover her, and she shall be trod. I shall behold her, you know, and she shall be trodden down as mire in the street, man. You know, you women that's doing this, you ain't good for nothing. And you gonna see that and learn that the hard way. So, you know, call them like how about Shemel Shah, Shalom.